Hi, my name is Nick, and my wife's asked me to talk a little bit about owning your own business, which I've been blessed with in recent years to own my own business. And it's the culmination of, I guess, a lifehood of aspiration on my part from a financial aspect. I'm not a wealthy man, but there's a lot of benefits for owning your own business. I noticed early in my young adult life that when I wanted to get ahead and start building my life, I poured my heart and my soul into this one job that I had. And had it in my head, okay, this is where I'm going to climb the corporate ladder, and I'm going to be a success and everything. I'm going to have titles, I'm going to have money. And, after a few years, after working so many hours and putting my whole heart into it, that didn't work out. It didn't work out. We had to part ways. It was mutually agreed, my part and my boss's part, that I shouldn't be there anymore. And while my stress level went way down, I was looking at my life and realized that everything that I had thought about, contributed to, and built up for the past 2-3 years, I didn't own it. And I looked at my bank account, and I looked at my car, and I realized that for the last 3 years, all I have to show for all my efforts is this car I'm driving around in. Very nice car for my taste at the time. But even that, I knew here in Pennsylvania, that's going to rust away. It's not going to last forever. And it left me empty there as far as where my direction was headed financially. And unfortunately, I grew up in a family where my parents did not own their own business, and they just believed you go out and you work for somebody and you make your money. My dad worked in the factory for decades, and it did well for our family, and there's nothing wrong with being an employee, but you have to understand what you're getting when you are an employee. You're getting a wage, you're selling your time. When you have a business, that's something that you own. That's something that you can delegate off to other people to do, to free up your time. It's something that can, at least in theory and ideally, make you money when you are not necessarily out of bed. You could be sleeping through it. Now, in this 21st century, there's a lot of different ways to do that. Wonderfully, the internet has opened up many doors for many people to capitalize upon electronic creations that they have done, electronic creations that they have invested in, and all they have to do is go out and market it. And 7 days a week, 24 hours a day, their business is working for them. I can't stress to you enough how important it is to free yourself from the time clock. It's okay to be an employee, and there's nothing wrong with that, especially when it comes to gaining experience in knowledge you want to learn. Where else better to learn than somebody who's already in the industry, and you get your foot in the door and learn the lay of the land. But you're not guaranteed anything when you don't own the place. Even if you're in upper management, you could wake up one day and be released. When you own your own business, you are empowered to answer to your customers, yes, but set your own direction and have the security that what you have today is going to be there for you tomorrow. A business is just a tool. It's an expression of your own creativity. But it is a tool ultimately to make your money and help you to live your life, to be an extension of your life, so that you can express yourself in a business sense, artistic sense, to be able to provide for your family, to be able to invest into the next generation. It's very important for us who have the desire to. There's nothing wrong with being an employee, but if you want to go beyond that, there's only about 4 different ways that you can make money in this world. And one's being an employee, one's being a business owner, and that could take a couple different shapes. But when you can delegate off your money making to something on the internet that can work for you, or people who work under you who can do the tasks for you, the daily tasks for you that you need done. And ideally, hopefully you don't ever have to actually keep up on it. That'd be if your business is really mature and you have, but like, so you can do minimal things, so you can oversee and envision what the business needs, where it's going. When you are divorced from the time clock, that's where you feel a couple things, in my opinion. Number one is freedom to express yourself and grow in life. And number two, money's not as important to you anymore. And the reason, not that it's not important, it's important, okay? But it's a whole lot easier for you to write a check for a lot of money on something that you might not otherwise spend on if you were an employee, because you didn't trade your time for that money. So it doesn't hurt you as much, and it gives you peace of mind. You know, if you have your business and you have to write a $2,000 check to repair a car, now, if you're an employee, maybe $2,000 really hurts you because you know how many hours you invested out of your own life in order to save up that $2,000. But when you're in business and you've got different streams of income, different ways of delegating the workload so that you're not carrying it all by yourself, it makes writing a check for $2,000 so much easier, and gives you the peace to be, not just peace of mind, but to be generous as well. You don't have to be as like, that's mine and everything, and like, I don't know if I should really give so-and-so this much of a gift. You can be generous. It's okay, because maybe you only worked 5 hours to get that $2,000 instead of 40, 50, however many hours you had to work. And the beauty of business is that you can start. You don't have to have lots and lots and lots of money to invest, okay? You can start very low key no matter what it is that you want to do. If you want to be in real estate, you can start investing in grave plots. If you don't have the money for an actual house or a lot of land, a grave plot you can buy for whatever, say $800, and maybe resell it at $1,200. Speculative on those prices, please don't hold them to me. But somebody who wants to make money, many YouTubers do this. They go out there, they get their cell phone, they start doing things, and so long as they're investing and putting in the work, their YouTube channel grows. They're still working a regular job, maybe even 2 jobs, but they're being faithful in building their business. If they keep at it, who knows? They could be one of the biggest channels on YouTube and hire an entire staff to do the work for them. But it's the case in anything in life. Find what it is that's important to you, and even if the thing is maybe better recommendation, what can you do? What do you know you can do? And hopefully it's something that you have an interest in for whatever reason. Whatever it is that sparks you and draws you to that thing, you want to have a love for it and a passion for it as much as possible. But what can you do? You need to put something into motion, even if it's going to be a temporary stepping stone towards something else. Something that you can do. Because if you just sit there, you're just going to feel helpless. You have to do something. Whatever it is you're doing to pay the light bill, that's great. But start investing in your business. Even if it's only a few dollars, even if it's only a couple hours a week, you need to put something into yourself. Pay yourself first. Okay? Build yourself. Don't let all of your efforts in life go to somebody else. Build something that will grow and you can draw on in the future. I've had a financial illustration given to me once about money, and looking at every dollar or coin, or however you want to say it, as being one of your children. And the story goes that this guy was learning from a mentor, and the mentor is like, okay, you have this dollar, go make money with it. And he invested, and then a year later, he actually had some considerable money. Let's just say maybe he had $100. Turned 1 into 100 over the course of a year. And he was so thrilled with his accomplishment that he got his friends together and threw a little party to celebrate what a great thing he did. Well, his mentor came by to the party, saw what he did, I said, what are you doing? You're eating your children. You need to make your money on the side, put whatever it is you're going to be investing into your business, and grow them, multiply your children. And you do that by reinvesting into your business. So that YouTuber starts with a cell phone, but then he upgrades his studio, his microphone, his software, presentation, gets maybe some music to enhance his podcast or whatever it is that he's doing. And it's the same like in any business. Okay. Don't stay stagnant. The more you invest in it, into your business, the more experience you gain in it, the more professional you become at it, the greater, the more attractive your business is to others to do business with. Because people like to do business with people they like, and people like to do business with people who are successful. So, build the business, attract people, don't eat your children. Your children are out there to make you money. Invest your money to make your money work for you. At some point, it's going to pay off, but you got to give it time. It's very much like being a farmer. You might have a tomato, and you can eat it. Or, there's a whole lot of seeds in that tomato. You can fill up a whole garden with them. And then you have a whole bunch of tomatoes. You have to reinvest into your business. And just be mindful and deliberate to not neglect it like that. Stay at it. Stay at it. A lot of success is just showing up. Know where you're going. Put your dream down, your vision of where you want to be, and then say, well, how am I going to get there? There's a lot of different ways you can get to your vision. But as far as I'm concerned, investing into a business, small business, big business, whatever you're capable of, that's the way to go. But you have to do it smart. You have to show up. You have to show up and be thoughtful about it, and not neglect where your money is going to be and working for you.